Hello students, in continuation with the first video where I explained line number 1 to line number 20 of the poem Dover Beach, now I'll begin with the third part of the poem, the third stanza of the poem from line number 21. The sea of faith was once, too, at the full, and round earth's shore lay like the folds of a bright girdle furled. But now I only hear its melancholy long withdrawing roar, retreating to the breath of the night wind, down the vast edges, drear and naked shingles of the world. Sea of faith. Faith here means religious faith. Then lay like the folds of a bright girdle furled. Here one thing is worth noticing, that there is a use of simile in this particular line. Girdle. Girdle means belt. Furled. Furled means closed. But now refers to the Victorian era, the Victorian age. Down the vast edges drear. Drear means dull. Naked shingles of the world. Shingles means the pebbles, stones, round pebbles and stones. Now let's see what the poet is trying to say in these particular lines. Here Arnold gives a symbolical meaning of the sea. He and his beloved wife are watching the waves of the English Channel on a moonlit night. The sea is in full tide, and that sight reminds them that once upon a time the sea of faith was full to the brim. That is to say, people had religious fervor, for materialism and skepticism did not distract their minds. In the wake of the expansion of science and technology, men were growing more and more materialistic and skeptical. Some turned agnostics, that is, they did not care to think if God existed or not. As in ebb tide the waves recede and the naked pebbles lie on the coast, so also with the withdrawal of the sea of faith, the ugly pebbles of skepticism and materialism are sprawling on the shore. So the concluding lines of this particular stanza are important. Why? Because there is a parallel meaning drawn here. In the first place, we see that he is talking about the receding waves. And we must have noticed this particular natural phenomena. If we visit a sea beach, we see that when the waves recede, they withdraw. When the sea waves withdraw, they reveal the entire filth which the waves had carried to the shore, and when receding they leave the heavy particles, the reminiscences on the shore. Okay, all the remains, the dirt, the filth, everything lies scattered on the shores. Similarly, with the with the sea of faith receding from this particular world, from the contemporary world, we can easily view the abuses of this world, the vices of this world. So here the shingles of the world, the pebbles and stones here the naked shingles of the world refer to the abuses of the world, the vices of the world, the negative aspects of the world. So here this symbolic use in these particular lines is really important. Now let's move to the concluding stanza of the poem. Ah, love, let us be true to one another. For the world which seems to lie before us like a land of dreams, so various, so beautiful, so new, hath really neither joy, nor love, nor light, nor certitude, nor peace, nor help for pain. And we are here as on a darkling plain, swept with confused alarms of struggle and flight, where ignorant armies clash by night. Ah, love. Love here means his beloved, his wife, Frances Lucy Whitman. So he is asking his beloved to be true in love, true to one another in love. In line number 31, we again notice that there is use of simile. Then the second last line of this stanza, swept with confused alarms. Swept means full of confused alarms. And in the last line, where ignorant armies clash by night. Clash means fight by night. In these lines, Arnold compares the Victorians with the ignorant soldiers fighting in the dark. Soldiers who are engaged in a battle on a dark night are utterly confused and do not know what they are fighting for and whom they are fighting against. They are purposeless and yet fighting like automata. The Victorians are exactly like these ignorant soldiers. They are caught in the snare of materialism and skepticism. But they are utterly confused. They are also in the darkling plain and do not know what will cheer and comfort them. They have not been able to appreciate that material pursuits are a mere will over the wisp, which misleads man and bring about his ruin. That's all for the explanation of the poem Dover Beach. Thank you.